Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to the anniversary stream. This anniversary has a lot of stuff in, by the way. The stream may be longer, depends how long it takes us to get through everything, but I'm quite happy with this update. I've been looking at everything. I haven't properly looked at everything fully, so we'll do that today. That's the main reason of the stream really, is to kind of check everything in this update, but also to check out the unit and the arc and some quite important things like new 6 enhanced in the game now, and arcs getting level 15. It's kind of I personally like the idea of it because it allows us to power up units and arcs even further, and we can farm new materials, so it gives us more content to do, you know. And if I want to build up my account, now I have to spend a lot more time to obviously level up the arcs that I've got. That's going to take ages. And also when past units get 6 enhanced and things like that. Definitely a lot more farming. People may not like it, but I am okay with it, at least at the moment, it looks like, because I like playing this game, you know. So, first of all, like normal, let's go over the unit and the arc. This is interesting. This is Megius, right? I don't really know anything about this unit at all, lore-wise in the story I don't know, and I believe there is a new story this update as well. Looking forward to that because I feel like what they've told us so far, it seems like the story is going to be kind of a major story update, and mostly to do with the story itself. So that will be interesting. I won't be covering anything about the story because I don't want to spoil anything. I'll just be doing that my own time, but we'll try and cover everything else. Also, one thing that's new, there's going to be a lot of stuff to talk about, but I want to try to talk about all of it because maybe you find it useful to kind of understand everything, who knows, or just chill out, you know, and have me in the background. You still understand most of what's going on. We got this new step gacha, right? It's replacing the You Are Guarantee gacha that we've had in past anniversaries and New Year's events. We'll talk about that later because let's look at the unit and the arc first because we should do that. Let's go to recommended on this page, and here's Megius. Interesting unit. I think it's funny, but to me the pixel sprite looks like a mix of Kyle and Devon. So does his actual artwork as well. It just looks like they took Devon and Kyle and combined them together. That's just what I think. I mean, I think Megius is supposed to be Kyle's dad or something. I don't know. I don't really know too much about him until I do the story and look more into him. So let's look at the stats first of all. 10,000 HP is why. That is a lot. We're going to start seeing some crazy stuff right now, and I'm hoping this also means there's going to be some more content in terms of bosses and things like that, because that would be good as well, because then it will give us a reason to build up our units even further beyond. It's going to be crazy. A lot of health, strength, defense, mind pretty high too. These stats, yeah, these stats pretty good for a unit. They're above average, especially health for sure. Magic resistance is kind of basic. Don't really need to talk much about that. -10 to ice and thunder. It's okay. I believe he's a light DPS unit, which some people may not like because he's another single-wield light sword user, and I know we've got a lot of sword units, and he's also light because we've got Shift Mia and other light units like Adele and Luke and Shift Roland, you know, all those types of units, and maybe some other ones that I can't think of right now, but there's a lot of light DPS units, so you may not need him, but he's the first 6 enhanced unit, so that kind of, I still think it's going to be great. I haven't really looked much at him though. Kneel to Curse. No resistance to stun may be a problem, so you may need to think about that in certain stages or in whatever you're using him in, like an arena or guild versus guild. That's been fun. I've been enjoying that. But yeah, weak to illness is going to be a problem because that means you can't heal, I believe. So you may need some of that resistance. It's definitely going to be important if you want him to heal. what, get healed. So, abilities, okay. Mostly simple skill 1 is close the gap skill. We like to see those on a skill 1 because a skill 1 is cost the least amount and easy close the gap. There you go. Now skill 2, I like the skill 2. Medium area light combo attack, basic, right, but chance to give a skill damage minus 20% debuff. Any skill that has a chance to inflict a debuff, I am all down for those skills. I just started 6 minutes ago, so we haven't gone that far into the stream yet. I do plan to do a lot of stuff today, which will include Megius, testing him out, but I really doubt that we can get him to 6 enhanced today because I don't have those materials yet, and that will take a while to level him up too, so at least 5th enhanced today because I'm going to use a rainbow potion, but 6 enhanced, it's going to be the same with everyone. We're not going to be able to get 6 enhanced straight away because these are new materials, so it's going to take us a while to farm those so we can actually build these units to max as soon as we get the unit. That's going to be a while, so maybe for the next few streams it may be a bit different with 6 enhanced because I can't really get those yet, but I'll try and farm a bunch and it should be fine soon. Skill 2 is great, that debuff. Skill 3, wide area light combo attack that throws enemies into the air. Fun. Yeah, Shift Roland, I'm quite interested in his 6 enhance. I don't know what he has. Maybe we'll have a look at the news and stuff later, just to see if there's anything in there, but I didn't expect Shift Roland to get 6 enhance already. But when I thought about it, it kind of made sense because I believe he was the 3rd anniversary unit. That's a year ago. This is 4th anniversary, so if you think of it like that, it makes sense. So, special, powerful light combo attack to one enemy. One enemy isn't, we don't really like to see that, but there has been some good single target special units, so give a skill / magic / special damage, minus 20% debuff. That's good. Yeah, Shift Roland's still pretty good, so I'm interested to see what his 6th enhance is going to be. This is all a lot for me to take in right now because this update is just kind of, you know, there's a lot in this update and I didn't really expect them to do this, but it makes sense in a way because I believe it's been like 2 years, I think, since 5th enhance came out, right? That was Logzeus. I don't know if that was in an anniversary or if that was just a normal update or something, but what's going on right now reminds me of when Logzeus came out, really. Because it's similar, it's an anniversary, a lot of new stuff and new enhance, and it's cool. Overwhelming, I do like overwhelming, because when I have a lot of content, I'm like, wow, I've got so much stuff to do, I want to do all of it right now, you know. Some people don't like it, but I like that kind of thing, but sometimes I do get confused. Now, holy words, like, this is the longest trait I've ever seen, ever. We're starting to reach that point where we've got to read a whole book just to understand what the traits do. Yeah, well, I'll try and make it simple. Let's see what it does first. When equipped with only one weapon, skill special damage 50%. 50% is okay. Damage cap 21,000. That's pretty good. Remember, all of these stats are going to be based off 6 enhanced stats, so 5th enhanced won't be as good. And 132 abilities. I'm not used to seeing that. That's the first time for me. I like this in a way. When another ally has like skills, add the effects below to Radiant Sky Charisma. This is the same as Graphel, okay? That's all you need to know is if you know about Graphel, it's the same thing, but for light units. And Graphel, it's pretty good. Graphel's trait was actually surprisingly good. I haven't really used it much, but the benefits from the trait and the charisma itself is pretty strong, so think of it like that, and we have a good amount of light units, so this should be easy to get. If you build a full light team, this could be good. You could even put on Luke in your team, which is light, and put on Trishula, and also someone like Saintly Spirit Maiden Theria. If her support skills count as a magic type attack, then they would count too, so that would be interesting. And units like Sarah and probably the most recent one we had. Marijuana, I still don't want to say her name, it's just weird. When another ally has light skills, add the effects, so boost effects based on number of allies with light skills. It's just a lot of words explaining what it is, but think of it like this, it's good that they're explaining everything to us with these traits, right? They're not hiding numbers behind us, apart from modifiers and stuff, but if you just ignore that, they are informing us of everything that this trait does, so that's a good thing. Including, let's just read this. So, boost light skill and special damage and damage cap more. Maximum 20% damage cap 6,000 when you have one ally with light skills. So, oh god, this is going to be amazing for Luke, isn't it? Oh, this, I don't know what to think about that. He's already too strong. He's the... Excluding skills that change to light skills under certain conditions. Okay, that makes sense. I understand that. So when there's two, then equipped with only one weapon, boost light and skill, special damage cap, max 8,000. So here's the thing. Let me just word it to you better. When you have one ally with light skills, and then it boosts everyone light damage, light skill and special damage cap by 6,000 and damage by 20%. When you have two in the team that have light skills, then if they have one weapon equipped, then they get 8,000 more damage cap, and the number 1 and 2 should stack. So if you're using a single wield light DPS unit, then you should get plus 6,000 and then plus 8,000, I believe, which plus 14,000 damage cap for a single wield light unit in the team is this is just crazy. And you also get more HP if you get 3, which doesn't really matter to me at all. I can see that being useful in some cases. It'll give your units more health, so you'll be more tanky a little bit, but I think number 1 and 2, if you have 2 allies that are light in the team, that's going to be crazy for light units, especially single wield light units. So that should be good. Yeah, you can put on Megius, Adele, and someone else, and then if they're all single wield light, yeah, Shift and Mia, if you have those 3 in a team, it's gonna be crazy good. I want to try that. That would be fun, because their damage cap is now going to be above 100,000 and it's going to be pretty crazy. So yeah, you can definitely come up with some good teams with this trait alone, because it's similar to Graphel. Let's look at trait 2 now. Regularly give damage dealt plus 20% buff to all allies. That's good, but it's in a wide area around the unit, so if your other units are far away from Megius, then they're not going to get the buff. So it doesn't really matter to your support units that are away healing, but if you think about this though, if he's a physical attacker, so he's going to be right up in their face, slashing them with his sword, right? So if you're using a mage in your team, for instance, they're going to be at the back casting magic. Megius is going to be at the front attacking the enemies, but that buff isn't going to apply to the mage because he's too far away, right? So your mages aren't really going to get that damage dealt buff unless they're close enough. So I don't know what the range is of this, but just think of it like this: if you're using melee units, you should be fine and you get that buff all the time. And I don't know if it's a unique icon or just a generic damage dealt buff. Either way, it's still good, because that gives some support capability to this unit, and it's trait 1 as well. So this is great. When using a skill can't be interrupted by most attacks. We'd love to see that. Most attacks. I hope this means when using a skill, so it's not like nullify flinch or anything, it's just when you're using a skill. While you're using a skill, you can't get interrupted by most attacks. So as long as you're spamming skills all the time, that would be good. Because getting flinched out for skill is just super annoying. Use a skill 3, all of that SC saves just for a skill 3, and then you get flinched out of it instantly, and that skill 3 is wasted. Don't have to worry about that with this unit. Nullify defense piercing effects. and attribute ignore / cut effects. This is why, you know, he seems pretty strong, but it seems like he seems like he's combining a few units. For instance, trait 1, Graphel, right, with the charisma. Trait 2, Shift Roland with the when using a skill can't be interrupted by most attacks, and Granadus with the nullify defense piercing effects and nullify attribute ignore / cut effects. So you've got tank trait skills, and you've got damage and support, and you know, can't be interrupted by most attacks. It's all great. We're looking good. We've got so much stuff here in these traits already. So yeah, I like this, and yeah, he seems good to me. Just from looking at all of this, and I haven't even looked at the skills yet. I haven't really properly looked at the skills, so I'm going to be surprised again by the skills, because I know I look at them before, but I don't properly go in depth to the units until these streams, so I like seeing what I see right now. It's going to be great. Let's have a look. So he's got a charisma and an anima. Just a reminder, his trait 1 is charisma. Charisma, it boosts the charisma. Add the effects to the charisma. Yeah. So his charisma, let me guess. Yeah. All allies light special skill and special damage. 20% damage cap 2000. I really want to use this guy in a team with Luke and just go ham with his damage cap and destroy everything in the game, because that would be just crazy, wouldn't it? It's just gonna be so good. Anima, all enemies minus 20% HP recovery from active skills minus 50%. You know, HP recovery from active skills minus 50% I can see being very good. And the minus mind. This is pretty great. Think about this. It means the enemies heal for less. And in places like Arena, and potentially Guild vs Guild, this would be very good, very useful, because if you're up against a tank team, they're going to heal for less. And you put on Spirit Riot instead, well, as well, I mean, as a debuff, they're going to hardly be able to heal anything. I know we did get Moana recently with a bunch of heal, but this could be good. Heroism up 3, now we got all the stats, and I'm a bit confused. Why am I confused is, you got Proud Force, but you don't actually have any crit ups. You've got no crit ups. I know he's got auto critical, but usually you would have at least crit up 2 or 3 or something with Proud Force, right? I mean, that would have been good to have, but I'll take Proud Force, I guess. I would have preferred crit up 3 because it's 7 SC, but it's fine. Something that's interesting about this unit that I'm remembering is he's got a few counter related skills. Counter is still trash, but maybe he is going to have some okay counter, you know? Like, I know they want counter to be relevant, and I can imagine it can be, it's just they're not doing it well enough yet. What counter needs to be is, it needs to be when you're getting hit, you have a chance to hit the enemy and then flinch the enemy, you know, because that would be great if you're getting hit from a melee attack and you can just flinch the enemy and then you start using skills too. And that's the ideal world, but that doesn't always happen, because in an arena, if they're using long range attacks, it doesn't really matter anyway, because you can't really counter a long range attack, can you? No. So, yeah, chance to activate a powerful counter damage cap, counter damage, yeah, we've seen this before on, like, Violet and some units, but it never really worked well, so these might be wasted skills, or they might be good, I don't know. Brute Buster's good, love to see that, and Fiend Shield. Human Slayer and Human Shield would have been very good for Arena and stuff like that, but I guess they're trying not to focus on him as a full Arena type human unit, are they? Makes sense though. I wonder how much he can tank in Arena because of his trait 2. depends on his order. High protection. Okay, we're getting far ahead here. Night Zone 2, more likely to be attacked, front or physical damage cap. Okay, I like this skill. More likely to be attacked though, it can be a problem in arena if you don't want him to be attacked, so yeah. Anti-type breakthrough, damage cap, okay. So it's 2000 instead if you have one weapon. Okay. Weapon break, chance to inflict physical damage, debuff to enemy when using a skill. Love it. Wait, hang on. Wait a minute. You have a chance to inflict a physical damage, minus 20% debuff to an enemy, and then your skill 2, minus 20% skill damage debuff. Oh, okay, well, that's pretty good. Hang on. Can this skill 2 buff and this buff and this skill all stack? I don't know, but it sounds good to me, because any type of debuff or buffs are great, because we rarely see those. We usually get just generic DPS units that are kind of fun, but don't add any relevant buffs or debuffs to anything. But I like seeing this. Order high protection is amazing. It's going to help a lot, especially physical attacks. Order critical, order haste, pride 2, ardor. Good stuff. Gale force, more SCT at max HP. Good. High drive, attack raise 3. They did do some skill adjustments, so some skills now cost less, but we'll look at that later on, because I do want to cover that when I get to it. It's just a lot to cover, so that might take a while, and I know people want to see a lot of stuff, but like summons and things, but I like to check out everything, so me and everyone are informed of everything, because I want to check it all too, just as much as you do probably, or maybe not. Critical raise, okay, an ardor, I can see the crit now, that's fine. Less speed, movement speed's good, more damage cap, and this one's new, I believe. Favored swords, this is a bit weird, but all you really need to understand is favored swords effect plus 50%, so I think what this means is this effect is 50% more effective, which means this is now 45% and 15,000. I think that's probably what it is. And then when only one weapon is equipped and you do a crit, there's a chance for it to do a lot more damage and damage cap. It's fine. That's good though. I think isn't it the one skill that was trash with chance for critical hits to do a lot of more damage, and I should check that. It's on Shift Bayland, I know. Doppelhander, maybe it's just a new name, it's just a new skill, but it's an updated one. That's probably it. Doppelhander's good, more crit rate. Doppelhander boost 3, that's crazy. Sword mega boost, giga boost. I mean, this is funny. I don't think it's me, but we've got sword boost, high boost, mega boost, giga boost. What's next? Super mega giga boost. It's gonna be a thing, I swear. I know what it's gonna be. It's gonna be sword ultra boost. It's gonna be next. It has to be. Ultra mega big giga super boost. They have to stop. They're going too far with this. Like, it's gonna become a joke at some point where you can have super mega ultra, you know. And it's just a different word with higher numbers, and I guess it's fine, but you know, it's even the same icon, so you know what would be nice if we get sword mega boost on a arc. That would be great, but don't let it be in a UR, because I'll be sad if it is, because I don't want to go for URs anymore. Armor HP plus 3 is more HP, that makes sense. Why he has so much health now. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Domino Spirit, love it. 3 Emperors is new. Damage from attribute weakness, anti-type effects minus 30%, nullify insta-kill effects from enemies. Here's the thing, is, this is called 3 Emperors, so like I said with the Prefects of God skill that is on Mia and Moana, it's a skill that's going to be on every Prefect of God unit because it's just called Prefect of God. And they are all Prefect of God's units, so it's going to be on all of them. This is the same thing, where it's called 3 Emperors, so this skill should be on every 3 Emperors units, which is Megius and 2 other guys which we don't really know much about yet. I think it's Ryvern and the other guy I don't know anything about him yet, but we need to know more about him. I'm gonna guess Ryvern's probably gonna be a new unit soon because it has to be. Insight, counter damage, damage cap, during counter chance nullify damage taken. Okay, we're getting somewhere with counter, finally. That's a lot of damage. Damage cap, fine. During counter, nullify damage. This could be something, you know, for once. Maybe counter will be okay on a unit. Maybe overdrive, chance of special crit damage cap. It's kind of bad, but just think of it like it's a random extra damage boost sometimes. So I guess it's fine. And then we got whatever these skills are down here. So I think these skills are 6 enhanced skills, right? I don't know because I'm new to this just as much as everyone is, and if anyone has a 6 enhanced unit, then how the hell did you do that so fast? I'm surprised if anyone's got 6 enhanced already. You probably farmed all day, well, for the past few hours just to get it. Just farm it just as fast as you can, but I really doubt anyone has 6 enhanced yet, or if you do, it's probably tweaks and maybe someone else, but I don't know. It's difficult to get that right now, instantly, because it requires a lot of farming. These just give... Hang on, why are there so many of these? I don't really understand these skills yet. Skill damage cap, when only one of is equipped, damage cap 3000. 3000. 3000. 4000 special. 4000 special. That's physical damage taken. I'm just going to assume these are 6 enhanced skills. That would make sense to me. It's just a bunch of damage cap and less damage taken, so that's good. Yeah, I've been doing some of the event, but I haven't had enough time to farm it yet because there was an issue with the servers. We couldn't log into the game for a while, and I had to do a bunch of updates on the devices I have, and I had to just understand what the hell I'm doing because there were so many flashing buttons, so I had to understand what the hell I'm doing. That's the first thing I had to do when I opened the game. And then I had to also farm the event and just have a look at stuff first. So that's Megius. We spent a bit long on that, but I'm interested to see where this is going. New stuff like this I'm always excited about because I know it's technically just high numbers and more skills, and you know, you don't really need this because our content is not as difficult as the units that we're currently getting, but it's still fun to get newer things like this, more potential for units. I like this. This is good. I like this a lot. I'm quite interested in a lot of this. There's a very good update so far. I'm just looking at the unit. Let's go to the Ark next. He looks like he's going to be obviously one of the best DPS because he just came out, but yeah, anyone that's planning to summon, good luck with that because there's a lot of summons you can do. We are given 60 free tickets for the banner that we'll look at later, and we got a bunch more tickets and free pulls and tickets and crystals, and once that's done you have to use your own crystals and then you start hating everything and you get nothing, and let's hope that doesn't happen, but Megius is great. 3 Emperors. Now this is a level 15 arc and it's weird to see this. I don't know how I feel about this arc yet. When I first saw this and read everything, I'm not too excited about this. So, haven't done any pulls yet. That's going to be a bit later. I try and do everything in order, but today it's going to be hard to do everything in order because we have to look at a lot of stuff. So, I'll at some point, probably after this, I'll have to just start making up whatever we're doing and just do what I feel like and what people want, I guess. So 3 emperors, interesting. I like this. Artwork, very good. Stats, yeah, the stats are going to get a lot higher. Every arc, apart from collab arcs, can now get to level 15, and only if they are SSR or higher. So some limited arcs can get level 15, like Christmas arc can get to level 15, and that's amazing. It's really good. Some arcs don't really need level 15 because they are already good enough, but if you look at it, I'll look at it later because there's a lot of stuff to go over, but level ups after level 10 don't really add too much, but it's a bonus. It's something I want to do eventually, is get every single arc to level 15, but that's going to take an incredibly long time, so that's not going to happen anytime soon. Arc trait. I am actually okay with this trait. It's not terrible, it's just not the best either. So, when only one weapon is equipped, skill and special damage and counter damage 30%. 30% is good. We actually have some damage on this trait. Damage cap 2000 isn't that much because we've got Archbeing Eldravana, which gives 6000 damage cap, but the only problem with that arc trait is it doesn't give any skill damage. It gives strength, I believe, but it doesn't give skill damage, so if you're running low on... If you need damage modifiers, then that isn't really a good arc to use, but it does give 6000 damage cap for single wheeled units, so that's perfect. But this gives damage and some damage cap. Boss wave start, give all enemies damage dealt minus 20%. Debuff. This is pretty useful. 100% I can see this being very good. For sure, being useful in obviously any boss stage, but I would assume it's a debuff, just a generic damage dealt minus 20% debuff that lasts 40 seconds, my guess. Obviously, since it's a boss wave start, it's not going to apply it in arena or guild events, so it's still useful though. Then you also get light attack damage cap plus 3500. So here's the interesting thing, is I believe it's going to be plus 3000 damage cap at level 10, and then each level after that's going to give plus 100 damage cap, I think. That's my guess, because it looks like that at the moment. So you're getting 3500 plus 2000. It's good. Here's the thing, is for single wheeled light units, you're going to get 5500 damage cap and 30% skilled special and counter damage. It's perfect for Megius, I know, but you've also got Archbeing Eldravana, which has 6000 damage cap, which is 500 more, but it doesn't have that 30% damage bonus, so it's not too much different. Arguably Eldravana's better for the damage cap because it's applicable to every single wheeled unit, so if you want damage cap, that's the better arc, but this one has damage dealt debuff, which is good too, and it gives more damage, so I like that. It's just not my favourite, you know. Actually, Eldravana to level 10, level 15 I mean. This is a lot to take in. The skills, again, the skills are just not great to me. The one skill I think could be good is Iron Wall Counter 2, because damage taken minus 50% when counter is active. This could be perfect for Megius, but I don't know, because counter could be trash and horrible and just useless, or it would actually be good, and when you have this on, you take a lot less damage. Could be good that way. I can see that being good, but I don't think it's like a guard. Like, I don't know much about counter, so I believe you can't counter a long range attack. I don't know though. And it has to be a physical attack, obviously not magic, but if you're, for instance, if you're getting hit by a Roy in arena from his skill 3, can you counter it and take less damage? I know you can't hit Roy because he's far away, but can you still activate counter because it's a physical attack? I would assume yes, because that's what the skill says. So, randomly taking less damage from skills sounds good to me. So, for free SC, that's pretty good. And that's really it for these skills. Special Breakthrough 2, yes, is good, I know, but special damage cap, special damage in general just isn't really a thing right now. At least in my opinion, I haven't really cared about special damage in a while. So I don't think I'm really going to use this apart from on Alice, but I don't use her because I haven't needed to. There's not really any content that I require a special damage unit, you know, because most bosses just have too much health at this point and you just need to spam skills or magic. So I know special helps with time stop and stuff, but limited on where you can use it well, you know. So the skills here, not that crazy good. That's kind of why I'm not really excited about this arc, because the skills, I would have liked to have seen better skills. Auto Grand Brave is too expensive, 14 SC. Do not use this. It's too expensive. It's not worth it just for a 35% strength buff continuously. It's not worth it. Animal Counter 2 can be useful for, obviously, Megius, and that's really it. So, Resolve Up 3 could be useful. And that's really it. The trait, arc skills, not too exciting to me. Arcade reward though I think's decent, at least. So it has 100 strength and intelligence, okay. Good for an accessory. When hitting an attribute, weakness damage 15%, anti-type damage 15%. So this, if you think about it, this is actually a very good accessory. Because maximum 30% damage for an accessory is amazing. Because what we get on average is 10% skill damage. But I know this is more conditional, but if you're hitting an attribute weakness and an anti-type effect, then you're going to get 30% more damage, and that's pretty amazing if you think about it. Because you could do this on anyone. I would definitely like to have this accessory for sure, but I wouldn't go for it specifically. Let's have a look at the arc skill. Yeah, I'm not too excited about this either. But actually, it's okay. I can see it being useful, but it's just not, you know, the best. Giving a shield on a skill, very good, because we don't have many ways to get a shield. The only way I can think of is Spirit Maiden Thoria with her healing and shields. That's really it. And it does nullify flinch and everything, so it's amazing for that. Buff, and you get a skills magic special damage cap 5000 buff, but you gotta remember, this is at level 10. No summons yet. That's gonna be in a bit later because we've got to cover a lot of stuff first. Maybe we'll try and spread out the summons throughout. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I do have a few plans with the summons, but just to finish off my thoughts about this arc right now, I think it's good for sure. It's just I don't want to pity this arc because it's quite expensive and I just don't think it's worth it. And I could get it in the future, and I don't think it's needed for anything because I don't really see myself using it too much. I would probably use it on Megius and that's about it. And if there was more generic skills and stuff that I could use on more units, then it would be more useful. Like there are other UR arcs that have better traits, better skills that you can use on multiple units. That's why they're good. But these skills are kind of just very limited on the units that can use these skills well. And this trait is the same, where you can only really use this on single-wheeled light units. The skill is good though, I have to give you that. It's a good skill, but at level 1 I don't think it's going to do much level 1. The arc reef reward is actually probably the best part about this arc, arguably, in my opinion, because it's one of the best accessories in the game for damage. Well, it is the best accessory in the game for damage, but it's more conditional. But if you can get both those active, then it is the best accessory. So, it's good. I would like to have it, it's just, I'm not going to go really hard on this arc just to get it, because I don't think it's worth it. If we get it, then great. There is this banner, which we'll talk about once we get to it, but I don't know, it's just a bit much. If I count, it's 10,000, this one's 10,000 alone, this one's 8,700, this one's 5,000. It's too expensive, isn't it? It is. I could do it, it's just, why is... For a newer player that, or anyone that doesn't have many UR arcs, it'll be worth it. Let's go to the training space next, because we've got to look at his paid equipment. I did have a brief look, and he has one paid sword, which is 50 credentials, which is a lot. But here's the thing, is I think this is another scenario where we've got a new unit in an arc that has the potential to be the best unit in the game for damage if you have everything available. Like, you would need their paid sword, the UR arc, you know, all the best stuff, and they'll be able to hit insane numbers and do crazy good, but we don't know how long that lasts, because we don't know what they're going to release next. Let's have a look at paid equipment first. This one's the equipment trading space. You can trade for any of these paid equipments. We do get a ticket from the mail. I haven't gotten that yet. I believe this one is the paid one. Yep. 50 credentials. I believe this was the same with Logzeus, so it's no surprise at all to me. Look at the strength on this sword. 300 is pretty nice. Here's the thing. I think this is going to be amazing. If you want him to be a better support, Radiant Sky Charisma damage cap 1000 more. This is going to apply to everyone in your team. This is huge, but it's not really because it's only 1000, but it allows every single light unit in your team to get 1000 more damage cap from their, when they have their charisma active, obviously. So his charisma is going to be pretty insane, for sure. It's going to be great. Only applies to light units though, that have light skills. Still good though. And when only one weapon is equipped, makes sense because it's going to be single build anyway. Light attack damage, 30% damage cap, 4000. I don't know if he's going to be like Logzeus in the terms of if he's going to survive that long, because I don't know. Because when Logzeus came out, he was the best, and it was clear that he was the best, you know, because his hit counts, everything was crazy, you know. But I can't really give my opinions on it yet because I haven't tried him out personally, and I would need to get him fully built and see his maximum potential with his UR arc and his paid sword at 6 enhance, you know, the full build to really understand what power he has compared to other units. But just from his charisma alone, he's going to be a long-term unit because it's like Raphael. Supporting light units in the team by an insane amount with a damage cap is huge. It's going to be great. This sword, by the way, I love it. It's the best sword ever for Megius, for sure. But it's just 50 credentials a bit expensive, you know, and not everyone can get 50 of these. So you don't need it. It's just, it adds in total 5000 damage cap for the unit, but this 1000 does apply to everyone in your team that use light skills, so yes, it's good. You could get it if you want, because it's worth it, but if you're free to play or if you're just a light spender, then don't worry, only get it if you really want it. Or if you're thinking about doing a step gacha anyways and you're going to use the credentials on this, then you might as well do it, but don't go for it specifically because it isn't really worth doing that because it's quite expensive just to get the sword, but it's very good. Yeah, it seems like it at the moment. Raphael and Megius are the two that currently have it, which I kind of like it in a way because their potential to be a support is amazing. And it's long term, and it's crazy the amount of damage cap they give. What we need is one unit for each element. That would be cool. That would be very cool. Or one for non-attribute. Imagine. That'd be great. Or one for magic or something. I'm just thinking. Prisms here too. Just get the sword first, but if you only got 20, you might as well get prisms. You can actually get 4 prisms. That's new. That's good. So that's really it for his paid equipment, the unit and the arc. We still have a lot of other stuff to look at, but I don't know what order. Let me just look at the rest of the trading space first, and then we'll kind of just guess what we're going to do afterwards, because there's still a lot of stuff I want to do. I'm just going to go in order. Trading space, might as well get the tickets. Yeah, this sword you can counter damage cap, that's funny. It's kinda that's weird, but okay, fine. You got prisms, you might as well get those, that's good. And yeah, these materials. Yeah, this is a Rainbow Crystal Ultra cluster. You see what I mean? We had mega clusters and now we got ultra clusters. It's just a joke. It's funny. Make sure to get these. I will definitely be farming this event a lot more. I just haven't had that much time to do it yet. There's some good stuff here. Mostly at the top though. And that's it for the event at the moment. This anniversary medal trading space. I believe these medals you get from somewhere. I don't really know, probably just doing stages, because I haven't really paid attention to where I've got these from, but probably some event stages, or maybe it's one of those events which you can farm them from story drops. I don't know, but let's get one ticket. Yeah, it's going to be super ultra mega clusters. It's just ridiculous what they're doing. I think what I would recommend is, for sure, get these tickets first. Don't spend any crystals until you used every single ticket you can get. Apart from login, if you're lazy. If you don't want to wait, then just skip login and just farm the event and get all the tickets you can. And then do some pulls if you want, depending. You are Stardust, I've still got a lot of those, I've got to use them, but I'm not because I don't want to because they're too valuable. And then we got this event which just ended. I traded for most of it already. And then we got this. Now, I'm going to talk about this now, because I might as well, because I'm here already. If you're missing any of these units, let me have a look first, but there are some recommendations that I recommend to pick. If you're missing every single one, then there's a select few that are the best to get, but I'm not going to rank them. Oh, even Spirit Maiden Theria's here. That's good. Maybe that's the #1 choice then. Yeah, you got a lot of units here. So, what I would choose... Well, any new unit, obviously, but it depends who you're missing. I still think that if you don't have Spirit Maiden Theria, then you should pick her, because she's still strong, she's still good, and you should still get her, because support units are rare and she's still amazing, so probably get her first if you don't have her. But then after that, there's a lot of options, like Eliza's good, but not really... I don't know, she's good. I use her in arena and stuff sometimes. She has pretty good damage, but for a mage in like PvE, if you want her for PvE, don't get her. Only get Eliza if you care about using her in like PvP areas in guild versus guild or arena. That's really all I can say about that. Magia's still good, it can be used in arena. Guild versus guild potentially, I don't know, but good in arena for sure. Still a solid mage. Mostly a light attribute mage. But yeah, there's also Sarah here, which is good too, but if you have a choice of Sarah or Theria, Spirit Maiden Theria, then get Spirit Maiden Theria instead, because she's definitely going to be better support. Sarah's just more of like a damage focus support, which she boosts damage cap of units in the team. She doesn't really help people take less damage like Theria does, so that's that. And then we've got Granadus, which is high on the list, I would say. Granadus is still amazing because he's a tank. We rarely have tank units, and he gives you more XP when he's in team. So you could put him as your support unit, and then other people on your friend list are going to benefit from his XP bonus, you know. So he is pretty valuable for sure as well. Balin's still good, but there are so many good options that I wouldn't really recommend to get him over others. Like, I would prefer Granadus over Balin, but that's just me, you know. And Linus is good too, so is Lagraine. But I wouldn't rank these as high as probably Granadus and the support units, because they are kind of more long-term units. Support units and tank units are the ones you should be looking for, and mages are definitely the ones that I would rank high. And Lagravos the Wise, he's definitely better than Magia for a mage, for all attribute mage, and he even has Apocalypse, so Lagravos is definitely rated up high too, for sure. Adele, Vayne, these two are DPS units, so I wouldn't recommend these as much as the support or mage units, or tank units, you know. So basically what you can gather from this, what you can get from this is get any support, tank, or mage unit, depending on what your account doesn't have, you know. That's kind of what I recommend. And then if you've got all of those, then just kind of look at the best options that I've already mentioned, and then either pick one you like or pick one that you think will benefit your account the most, and kind of just make sure that you know what you're doing first before trading, because it's rare that we get an option to choose a unit like this. So that's really all I can say. It's kind of hard. I cannot give you a ranking of what to select because this game isn't really like that. I don't really look at tier lists or anything at all. I just, you know, I mean, yeah, Shift Baland has his charisma, but I don't see myself using his charisma that much, you know. So it's okay, it's good charisma, and he's a non-attribute, so it can be used anywhere. It's just, I wouldn't recommend him over other units that are in here, you know. Because, yeah, I've already mentioned, but mage units, support units, tanks, all of those are more valuable. So that's really all I'm going to say for that. And then this I already talked about. This one's a weird one, because I can't really recommend anything here because there's too many of them. And, I would have to personally go through this and just see what units you have and what equipments are in here, and then decide from there, because even I don't know about this one, because there's a lot of these equipments. I think most of these are just permanent units, aren't they? Yeah, I've got a lot of these already, so my options are limited. Well, I will look at this later, probably, because, yeah, that's not as important, really. It just depends who you want to use. This UR Arc 3 Empress training ticket you can only get from the step gacha, so I don't really need to mention this. This one you get from the step gacha as well. I've got all of these, so that's why I'm not really thinking about doing it, because it would not be as good for me than the normal trading space. Choose a unit trading space, choose an arc trading space. That's pretty much it. Yeah, that's it. Okay, well, I think that's everything for trading space, isn't it? So if I go to my mail right now, I'm going to collect all of this. I get some good tickets, a new arc, and the equipment trade ticket. This is cool. This arc, it's not the best. It's just an arc everyone gets guaranteed, so it's not gonna be good, I bet. Yeah, it doesn't really have any. Yeah, all of these skills are skills we've seen on other arcs. Arcade reward maybe could be useful on some units, but yeah, not really the best arc, but it's something. So I'll take it for that, and that's it. Okay, that helps. More crystals. So, I don't know what to do next really, because there's still a lot of buttons to do, but I felt like I've gone through the main things with the units and the trading space. So I guess I can do a few. Usually this would be the point where I do the gacha summons and look at gachas, but there's still a bunch of stuff I need to look at in the news and things, so I think we'll space it out. Let me look at this first. I guess I'll do these first. If you logged in daily, you should have all of these. Now, here's something very important. Do not trade for a unit yet. Make sure to use these tickets first, and every single ticket you have first, because you could get a unit that you wanted from one of these tickets, and then you could choose a different unit with a guaranteed ticket. So, Del, Venus, Sarah, Granadus, all great units. I don't really care who I get, because I got them all, but I would take dupes of any of these, like Granadus, Sarah, Adele, Linus, I would take dupes of, and they're all in rate up, so I don't really care what I get here, because I'm not missing anything, but they're free tickets. Might as well use them. You could get lucky from these tickets. This is just kind of a warm-up, and then we'll look at the other gachas and kind of just go through those. Probably use some tickets, and I don't know, we'll see. I'm not going to get anything from tickets because this temple's already terrible. Yeah. I don't really care what we get here. If it's bad luck, if we don't get any reds, then hopefully that means we're saving the luck for later on. I don't really need to watch these, do I? Because these are not that exciting. I mean, for a newer player or someone that doesn't really have these units, it would be exciting. But for me, we're not even getting any reds anyways. Whatever. I'll just skip through these. Not that exciting. Literally the worst tickets. Whatever, it's just Crimson Ore anyways. Whatever I would get, even if I were to get a unit, it would just be a dupe. It's no big deal. Looks like we're not really going to get anything, are we? Unit? That is Linus. You know, that's actually nice, I'll take that. That's something. See, that's why I use these tickets first. Because you would get Linus. Whatever, that's it, but that's fine. At least we got something, right? For a newer player, that would have been an amazing pull, at least, because Linus is pretty good. But, best case scenario, you could get multiple of these. To me, it felt like the chances were a bit low, but maybe we're just bad luck today. Usually I have good luck in anniversaries. We'll see. So, let's probably have a look at these gachas now. We've got the step gacha first of all. This one's an interesting one. SSR plus guaranteed with a 10% UR rate. So ideally you should get 1 UR every temple, but obviously it's not guaranteed because it's a chance. So don't expect any URs from this. Just go in expecting nothing, expect a bunch of SSRs, and read what you get guaranteed, that's it. Because if you're relying on luck, it's the worst thing you could do. that's what I can say. 5,000 paid crystals for a temple. I'm going to be doing this one because you get 3 UR Stardust and one of those orb things. This is good. I think step 1 is worth doing. Step 2 and 3 would be worth doing if you need UR arcs, but someone like me it's not really worth doing. Because for me, it would be 18,700 paid crystals just for the arc, the new one. And I know it would give it to me guaranteed, it's a bit much, you know, and all it would give me is the new arc and maybe some dupes, and I don't think I should do that. If I cared about spending less, then I wouldn't do that, so hopefully we get it in the ticket summers or something. Step 2 gives you UR arc ticket, which you can trade for 1 guaranteed, so that's good. This is definitely... it's good for players that don't have a UR. It's just the problem is, if you don't have any URs to begin with, or if you don't have hardly any, if you only have a few, then step 1 might not be worth doing for you, because you might not get anything from step 1 apart from a bunch of reds and dupes. So step 1 for a lot of people may not be that good, but for endgame players they like UR starter, so that's good for them. But some people may not like this because they don't get UR guaranteed. But on step 2, so you select one guaranteed, so you could get amazing arcs, you get Theopolis, any UR arc, but not including the new one. The 3 Emperors arc is only included in step 3 trade ticket, so that's the reason why I don't think it's worth it for me. But if you are someone that cares about getting every single arc, then, and don't rely on luck, then you could just get the new UR guaranteed from here. So from that it's good, because you get it guaranteed, you can select it, right? It's just it's a bit expensive compared to normal, and that's kind of why I'm a bit in between about this. It's good but also bad because it's more expensive, but it's good because you can select it and it's not random, so I'm okay with this. I think it's a good change. If it was a UR arc that was amazing, or if I didn't have all of these UR arcs currently, then I would 100% do this. If I was missing 2 UR arcs, I probably would do this 100%. But since I'm only missing the new one, I don't think it's worth it just for the new one by itself, because it just sounds too expensive for me. So I think my plan is just to skip this UR, just pull for the unit. I'm going to do step 1 and not do step 2 and 3. I think that's my plan for the moment, but we'll see what happens later. This is the normal step gacha. Probability is like normal, 0.8% for the unit and 0.4% for the arc. And then obviously it does increase on lap 3 onward to 1% for the unit. The arc stays the same. So that's the normal step gacha. We'll probably do this one the most today. And then I think that's pretty much it. Actually, there's a few more. This one is definitely good for a few people, but someone like me who has all of them, it's not good because I have them all, so I'm not going to get any units, am I? But what I recommend is press the unit pull button and see who you're missing. If you're missing a bunch of old units, especially permanent units, if you're missing these types of units, don't bother, it's not worth your crystals, and it's paid crystals too. But if you're missing a few recent units, like for instance if you miss the past 2 or 3 units that are on here, like let's say you missed like, oh yeah, let's say you missed like Sarah, the good units like Vayne, Adele, Delinius, Thouser, Granadus, Sarah. If you missed units like those and you're guaranteed to get one of those good units, then you might as well do it, it'll be worth it for you. But for most people probably won't be. Or you can just do it and hopefully get lucky, but I wouldn't recommend that. And then we also got this daily. This would be good for players that don't have much on their account. It's not really good for me, it's just credentials for me, but it's still okay. And then we got tickets. This does have rate up for Megius and 3 Emperors, so make sure to use these tickets first, get as many as you can from the event first before using crystals. I would do that. This one, guaranteed unit, this one's actually pretty good. Look at this. You could get any DOH unit. Well, we've had this before, haven't we? You can get any DOH unit from Eliza up till Megius, so this is quite risky, because most of the bottom half is just useless to you. So, I think you can buy one for 300 paid crystals, so it's probably worth it. And then that's it. That's all of them. So, doesn't seem like too many gachas like normal, because they condensed the UR guarantee down to 1 step up, so that's good. And yeah, kind of normal stuff after that. I'm gonna look at the shop now. Normal packs there. Might as well get these because they're free. Unit trading, that's free. Get all the free stuff first. Now the rest of it, personally, I don't really care too much about these packs. I felt like the last anniversary packs we got were better. This gives like a lot of souls and shards and stuff, but all of this stuff is stuff you can farm anyway, so you don't need any of this. Like this, you don't need to buy these. They're not really worth it because you can farm these. I know for Splendors, you're limited on how many you can get, but it's not really worth paid crystals, is it? This one is worth it for sure. I think I'll do this. I think this is worth it. It's 300 paid crystals, you get a guaranteed DOH unit. I'm just gonna buy that. I'm probably gonna get nothing good. If I get Megius, that's gonna be incredibly funny, but it's not gonna happen again because it's happened before. Power-ups. Are these? No, these are just okay. These are just normal. Yeah, I wouldn't really recommend these either. Kind of expensive, most of them. Yeah, these are just kind of if you're super whale, like super duper whale, you would buy these instead of farming. But why would you do that? Why are you that crazy? Like, these crystals, you can farm these easily. Or you can just buy them. It's either time or money, you know? So, that's up to you, I guess. So I think that's it. Let's start using a few tickets, I guess. Because I want to get Megius. The arc would be nice. I'm not going to expect it, okay? I'm expecting... I don't have any expectations. I'm going to use this first. We're going to get something bad from this, but... If you're a light spender, then 300 paid crystals are actually good for a guaranteed DOH, even if it's terrible. If it's someone you don't have, then it's still something, because you get crystals from it, right? If you get them to level 100, you get 1,000 crystals. So think of it like that. If you get an old unit that's new, you're paying 300 paid crystals to get 1,000 free crystals back. So that's not bad. This is going to be a bad unit, I already know for sure. So, nothing here. It's going to be a dupe of some old DOH unit for sure. Yep, I called it. Well, Baden is actually not bad. He's not terrible. That would be a decent pull for most players, really. That's not bad. I'm okay with that. It's one of the better units to get. That's on the upper end. Because if you look at probability, yeah, that was pretty good, I would say. That was okay. So, we still got some more tickets to use. Not too many though. We only have 18. I wish we had more. We're going to do these single pulls. 8 of them. Just because I like single pulls now. Single pulls are fun, to me, at least. When they're good to me. And then we'll do the 10 pull ticket and just see. If it looks bad, I'll just skip. Blue is a skip, yeah. Unless there's everyone, which there is. It's still going to be a gold though, isn't it? I just like waiting and seeing what happens. Yeah, it's a gold. Yeah. I like predicting it. It kind of adds some game to it, you know? Like, what's it going to be? I predict it's going to be nothing. Zekers with the blue gold, maybe. It's probably going to stay at gold. But the animations could add to it, but it's not likely at all. No. Only one animation. The more animations the better, but not always. I guess we'll look at the news in a bit soon, because there's still a lot of other stuff I want to talk about with all the new updates. Also, the level 15 arcs is interesting. I'm not going to watch the animation when nobody shows up. That's just a waste of my time at this point. 3 is good, but when it's a blue like that, I always skip. There has been rare occasions where I've done a single pull and nobody showed up and it was a red, but that rarely happens. 2 more singles, then we'll do the temple. We haven't even gotten a red, which I should expect that, shouldn't I? If we could get insanely lucky, we could get the arc and a unit, but I don't think it's going to happen. Usually we get pretty lucky on the anniversaries, like every single time we've gotten lucky with the anniversaries, but I don't think it's going to happen this time, and I've said that every single time that we had an anniversary, I know, but I mean it. We're not going to get the arc today, okay? Please, at least be a one red in here. It's not going to be a UR, it's not even guaranteed to be a red in here, it's probably not going to have a red. One animation, 2, 3, 3. There is a red. It's a unit. Well, it could be Megius, but I doubt it. I hope there's 2 reds. Imagine getting Megius and a UR Arc in a temple. There's only 1. Could be Megius. It's not. She'd, I kind of forgot he existed, not gonna lie. I forgot he existed for a while. Haven't used him in a while. At least we got some red, but it's not the best. Well, that's all the tickets gone. We don't really have any more tickets, do we? No. Okay. I think I'm gonna do lap 1 first here. This will be a quick one. And then we'll do the UR step gacha lap, well, yeah, the first one for 5,000. And then gold, I'll give you a chance. Maybe you'll get a red, but probably not. Definitely not. Yeah, I don't expect to get any reds from the UR step gacha because it's not guaranteed. Obviously, best case scenario, I could get the UR from it, but that's quite small. Very tiny. 10% chance for UR. I only care if it's the new one, because if it's anything else, then it doesn't really matter, does it? To me, at least. Come on, if we get the UR today, that would be amazing. I'll be so happy with this. And that would really want me to build this unit and farm this game all day today, so do it. UR arc right now. You're not gonna. No animations. There's 1, but it's not enough. 2 is a maybe. 3 has to give a red, has to be 1. UR arc. Nah. There's 1. It's an arc. You know, when we get an arc, I feel like, oh, it's halfway there, it just needs to be blue. And it needs to be the UR, but it's not going to be, because it's just so small. This shot is too small. You know, I wish we could get it. I know, I do want it, but it's just, I don't want to pity it. I have some very small hope that we could get it from luck. Not in this temple, definitely not. Skip. It's not even a temple though, it's a 6 pull. 6 is an evil number. Yeah, basically triple 6. Free temple. What's this temple gonna give? My plan is to do enough pulls to get the credentials for Megius sword. And then see what we have. I hope we don't have to pity Megius, because that would be a pain, but let's see. This temple's terrible. I'm skipping if it's a blue. Yeah, that's bad. Now let's do the most interesting temple of the day, which is gonna be the UR gacha, but I don't want to call it, it's just step gacha. 1 hero unit guaranteed. Best case scenario, you get the UR arc, and you also get the unit. That would be best case scenario. Megius and the 3 Emperors arc in the temple would be amazing, but that's not gonna happen. It's never gonna happen. That would be crazy to really hope for that, would it? Well, should I do that yet? I don't know. Fine, I'll do that now. Because I feel like we're going to be doing it anyways. Main reason why I'm doing this is it's a bunch of reds, so just a lot of crimson also is worth it for that, but also 3 UR Stardust is pretty worth it. That's the main thing. It gives credentials too, so I think for the 5,000 paid quiz was actually a good deal, if I think about it. But the next one is a good deal too, because you get a trade ticket, but for me it's not worth it. The next one's not worth it for me, but step 1 is. So we're going to do that. We're not going to get anything from this, for sure. It's just going to be a bunch of reds, dupes, and that's it, but we're basically paying this for 3 UR Stardust, which means we should be at 31. 51, I mean. And a bunch of crimson ore, which I don't really need, but that will help. So, end of the day, it's still okay. Even though we've got a bunch of dupes, the benefits we get for the overall count, still good, so. We have most things on this account, so there's going to be nothing new, okay? It's just a bunch of red dupes, you see. Yeah, there's not going to be any URs. Yeah, this is the worst. That's the UR! How did we get that? What the hell? How did that happen? I don't know. That's just... I don't know. I swear to God, this game knows that the anniversary is luck. The anniversary, it gives the most luck in the world. It really does. I didn't think there was going to be anything in this temple. I really didn't. Now imagine if we get Megius. Now that's asking for too much. It really is. I'm already happy with what we got from this. I just want to stay on this screen. Can I stay on this screen for like an hour? And maybe quickly just jump out the nearest window and do something. I don't know. Well, that's good. Yeah. Well, the Vayne is actually a good dupe to get, so... what? This is crazy for me. Okay. This 10 pull was worth it. 100%, 100% worth it. There was a 10% chance of getting a UR, and there was a less than 10% chance of it to be this one specifically, so... That is insane. I didn't expect to get this today, because I told myself I wouldn't get it. This is one of the times that I'm like actually excited about pulls, you know, because I don't expect to get something, but I actually get lucky from it. You know, it's one of those occasions where one of the best case scenarios. Anyway, don't hate me for my luck, okay? I'm sure you helped from being in the stream, or if you're watching this, I'm sorry, I absorbed your luck. I will give it back to you, but just let me borrow it for just a tiny bit more. Don't steal it. Please don't, I need it. Just a tiny bit longer, because then we can get Megius and his paid sword, and then we're done. And then you can have all of the luck, and then I'll borrow it again for the next unit. You know, it's a system, it works. Just don't pull at the same time as me. I'll give you the luck, we share it around, and it all works. I don't know what I'm saying, but it's good. It's great. Anyways. Yeah, good luck on your tickets. Hopefully you get something from that. We are still missing Megius, by the way, so we need to get him. Man. Let's hope we get Megius now, shall we? Let's do that. My plan, I might as well do all the summons now, and then I'll go over the news, because I'm kind of committed to the summons now. I want to get Megius out of the way. The plan, we're going to do 3 10 pulls with paid credentials, paid crystals at least, and then if we don't get Megius from those 3 temples, then I think I'll use a few free crystals, because I've been farming free crystals recently. Most of these I've got a few thousand crystals from farming recently. Yeah, these 69k, perfect. I just need 69 420 free crystals and we'll be set, but let's do 3 temples on this banner, and then we'll see. If we get Megius from one of those 3 temples, then we are done. And we got the best case scenario ever. But if not, then it is what it is, because the game is random. So RNGesus, please. No, it's a blue. I'll wait for the animations, because never mind, I didn't. That was an accident. I was hoping that was Megius. If we get a UR arc dupe, I don't know what to think. I guess it'll be okay. But I prefer Megius at this point. That was the first one. Number 2. I won't skip this one. I'm just gonna see what happens. Let's get Megius, and then we'll be done. Get his sword. This will be amazing. Lilibet. This one is a skip. I'm gonna watch it anyway, but there's nothing in here. This is the... Yeah, this is bad. Nope. No red in here. You can't possibly give a red, because I know how gacha works. That's the second one. I'm gonna guess we're probably not gonna get Megius, but we will. It's just, do we have to pity? That's the thing. I hope not. Let's hope not. Come on, Megius. This temple one will be done. Megius. This temple. It's not gonna happen. I bet. If there's enough luck. Tharia gives some luck. A gold gives a bit more luck. Zekus as well. A tiny bit more. The animations are really going to be the deciding factor if there is at least one red in here. If there's no reds, if there's no animations, there's not going to be a red in here. Okay? That's just how it is. 1. Yeah. 2 reds, 1 red. Be Megius. It's not, it's a dupe of an arc. Mia. Okay. I wish that was Megius. I really do. Well, we have enough for his sword now. I think we will now... Yeah, I think we're going to do some free crystals from now. I don't know how much we're going to save. I don't want to do too many free crystals because we've been wasting a lot of those recently. And if I want to pity limited arc in the future, then we need to make sure we have those free crystals. So, we could do singles, you know, that would be smart. I'll do a few, okay? We'll do the same thing we did. We'll do a singles until we get a red, see what it is. And if it's not Megius, we'll just do a temple one. See what happens, because... First single, first red. No. Zekus, when it's a blue, I skip instantly. Yep, because it's not worth my time if it's a blue. Unless it's a dark blue, but... Imagine if a UR orb, one of those dark blue orbs, could appear right there. That would be fun. That would be cool. Because then you know you've got a UR. It's a blue. No. I'm at least going to get 1 red from these singles. Guaranteed. 100%. It's going to be Megas. You watch. It won't. No. No. Megius with his UR is going to be so good. I can't wait. This is a great update. I know it does help when you get lucky, because it feels like you've got more to work with, you know, and you've got to mess around the new stuff, and if you don't worry about that, then just work with what you got and then you start having fun. Tharia, don't be a blue. So skip. No blue. This should be what I should do if I want to save the maximum amount of crystals, because if I do singles, then as soon as we get Megius, we could stop and save the rest. Because if I do a temple right now, and Megius is on the first single, then that means the other 9 would have been wasted. But I might do a temple just to speed it up a tiny bit, and then I'm going to be committed to singles until I feel like we should move over to paid crystals again, and then we'll see. Oh, it's a blue, it's a bad one. There's nothing in this temple, guaranteed. No reds. 1, 2, 3. See, 3 animations is still not enough for a temple like this. Because it was a Zekus and it was a blue. 3 animations couldn't bring it high enough. It was almost there. It just didn't quite reach it. We're going to do singles until we get a red, I think. At least 1. And then we'll see how many free crystals we've got left, because I still want to save them. I'm trying to limit the amount of crystals I'm spending, okay? Because that is being smart. So let's do that. Let's get Megius, come on. We need him right now. As soon as possible, really. Ideally. I'm just gonna skip a few of these and hope we get a red soon. Come on. He's gonna pop up on the screen. No, that's not the one. If you see a red orb, you know it's not new. No. That was 2 in a row. That was 2 in a row. 3 in a row. No. Megius, do it. I want you to show up on the screen. Just do it. Do it. No. uh, no. Okay. Do it. Yeah, I'm gonna go over to step catcher in a minute, I think, because I'm gonna get 1 more red, and then we'll go to step catcher because I don't want to waste these. Wasting these, bad idea. I've done it before. It was bad. It worked out eventually, but I shouldn't have done it. I'll try and get an animation for a red if possible, just for the fun of it. This one? Maybe. Probably not. It's probably gonna stay gold. Games like that. Yep, I knew it. If there was animations, it could have been, but nah. Or there could just be a red orb appear. That would be good. Daria with a skip. Nice. Wow. I feel like we got worse luck as soon as I started watching these. So, see? That doesn't make sense. The game doesn't want me to see the animations. The game just wants me to skip endlessly. Okay, well, I wish we had Megius by now, but I guess we should save the rest, shouldn't we? Yeah, we should. We should save them. Okay. I may do a few more singles to try to get 1 more red. Just for fun. Megius. Now. Has to be... Nah, it's a dupe of... an ark. There's 3 animations that 3 shows up with everyone. It has to be a red, and there is a red. 2 reds in this temple. 1. Whoa. New. It's new. Yes. There we go. The game forced me to do 1 temple with paid crystals to get this unit. Which was fine. Megius Silverstar. Yeah, isn't Kyle Silverstar or something? Probably. Yeah, I'm still standing by it. He looks like a mixture of Devon and Kyle. It looks just like they combined into one person. Yeah, this is a good one. Perfect. Thank you for that game. It took you some time, but that was pretty lucky. Yeah, I've heard Kyle's dad been mentioned a few times. I just didn't know if it was actually true or if people were just joking because of the way he looks. But that makes sense because I don't know anything about this guy because I don't know the lore or the story behind this guy yet. What I really want to understand is why was Ryvern fighting Kyle in the desert, even though they are technically on the good side, because the three emperors, including Megius and Ryvern, you know, doesn't really make sense to me yet. But maybe that was just because Ryvern wanted to test him, you know, potentially. Yeah, I, I don't want any spoilers or anything. I will figure it out eventually in the new story. I have a lot of stuff to do. That's all the summons done, so that's good. Yeah, I would assume Ryvern wanted to test him. That's what it looked like. I just felt like, I don't know, Ryvern's still a mysterious character that we don't know anything about. And to me, so is Megius and the other guy. Who's the other guy? What's the lore behind this arc? I want to know. I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. You're Ryvern, you're Megius, I don't know who that is. Even if you say his name, I'm probably not going to know at all. So, yeah. The library. Legendary trio on the Sealed Emperor. Summon Emperor. Nail of the Three Emperors. Oh, that's his name apparently. Okay. So, Ryvern, Nail, and I keep forgetting names. I'm bad at this. You see, there's this in the stuff in the background. Doesn't that look like something? I don't know. What are these things? Those look like. These look like enemies or something destroying buildings. I'm just. I'm always impressed with this artwork. I love it. The artwork's amazing. Just quickly, let's look at the arc skill at level 1. Shields 1000, damage cap 2000. It's not good at level 1. Level 1, at level 10 it's okay, but at level 1 it's not really that amazing. I guess it's something. You know, it's something to use for a guaranteed shield and a damage cap buff, so yeah. Okay. I'm gonna be a crazy person. Oh yeah, by the way, I got this to level 11. This arc to level 11, I can't hover over it. I'm gonna be a crazy person. I'm gonna put on... I keep forgetting his name, I'm not good with names. Megius. I'm gonna put him on my support with the UR just for fun. There you are. There we go, we're done. This is good, I like this. Now, I'm not gonna showcase him yet because... There we go. I'm not gonna showcase him yet. That's gonna be a little bit... I've been testing out this team for the new hard boss stage. I haven't managed to beat it yet, but I feel like this team could potentially do it if I get lucky. Oh yeah, I was building Meredy for reasons, and she's now built fully. She's amazing, by the way. She's so good. I think I'm gonna switch over to Steam now because I don't need to use my paid crystals anymore. Let me check. Let me check the trading space, and then I'll switch over to Steam because it's gonna be faster. So we can get the sword. If we were to do 9 singles, we could get another prism. I could do that, but it's not really worth it. It's not. How many paid crystals do we have left? I could do that. I'm not going to do that yet. Maybe later. There's still a lot of stuff I want to do. Put him there. Home page. Now I'm going to switch over to Steam real quick. It's already opening. There you go. Magic. I know I still have the 3rd anniversary wallpaper on my background, but it's because I like it. And I don't really have one for the 4th anniversary yet, so this landscape like this. I love this wallpaper on this home screen. It's amazing. I like it a lot. It shows all the story characters, well, most of them. Like, even Meilei's in there. Okay, we're set. What was I gonna do? Let's just do training space first. And then kind of just gradually take our time looking at a lot of the new features they've added, because I really want to check all of those features and just talk about them, because I like doing that. Make sure to get the sword. I would like that prism, but it's fine. So, yeah, I do have one of those tickets. I'm going to do that later because it'll take me so long to trade for something. I can't trade for any of these. So, I have no choice but to trade for the one thing that I don't need. Prism Souls. Sad. Well, that's that. There's still more tickets I can get. Man, I like this too much. I'm enjoying this. Okay, what do I want to do? I'm trying to process what I want to do. Because, what was I thinking? I don't know. Let me just, kind of just, yeah, guess to make. We will look at the news in a second. I know we need to do that, because there's a lot here. But, yeah, let me do that in a second. First of all, arks are now up to level 15. So, let me just show you this quickly. Might as well. This is expensive as hell. Like, look at this. How am I going to level these? How? It's going to take ages. And you've got to do it 5 times for each arc. Oh. And you can't do... collab arcs are still only level 10. But... this arc... these arcs are limited arcs, but... they're not collab arcs. They do have 5 more levels. And now if I look at the difference... because this arc I actually use quite a bit. It's really good. I love this arc. It was a paid arc. If I look at the difference from level 11 to level 12, you can see the trait doesn't change much. All it adds is 1% more damage dealt, which is hardly anything. And all the stats give is apparently, yeah, not much stats either, but it's something. So, it's not necessary to get these to level 15 yet. What I highly recommend is to get the arcs that you use the most to level 15 first. So focus on one arc at a time, or just try to get them to level 11, or do what you want, but I think my idea for the moment is, I like to have everything at level 10 first, so I make sure to have every arc level 10 first, and then I'm probably just going to focus on what arc I am currently using the most, and just, there's a lot of arcs that I use, so obviously this one I've got to level up to, so yeah, this is a big job, because look at this. Santa Girl's even that way. Ice resistance. No. You what? You give ice resistance +1. Actually, hang on. That's stupid now I think about it. +1 resistance? +1 resistance. +1 +1. Shoot resistance to ice. That's why. I mean, technically, yeah, it's something. It's just funny. I'm not going to go through every single arc, because that will take ages, and HP cap, that's 200, okay. It's going to take so long to level every single one of these, like, look, all of these, so many. Oh. God, that just has 1%. Yeah, the difference isn't much. And look how much it cost. 1.6 million blue souls. That's too many. I can't. This arc. I was hoping it would give more SET by like 1 second, at least. That would have been good, but I guess it's going to do physical damage. Fine. I'm not going to go over this too much, but I'm very interested in some of these. Yeah, defense just 1% more. You see, it's hardly a difference. But if you just look at like just any arc, the stat difference though is okay. Dark attack damage 1%. That's what it adds, is 1% dark attack damage. Okay, okay. Well, hang on, what about URs? I haven't looked at that yet. What is this? Oh, that's good. You see this? It adds another second onto this. I know it's not that huge, but it's good. 10 seconds, now it's 11 seconds, and it should, if it increases 1 second each level, it will go up to 15 seconds. I'm just, I don't know. Some of these are pretty good. What about Holy War? Tell me this increases the damage cap. It do. It do. But only... oh! Okay, I like this. I'm just getting too excited about this, aren't I? Okay, let me do one more. Two more. Eldravana is what I want us to look at. More damage cap! Wow! Okay. And Prefects of God. That's hardly, that was underwhelming. This one. More damage cap. Okay, I'm done. I'm not gonna waste your time anymore, but you can see it's pretty fun because every arc, what about this one? Every arc that's SSR not limited, SSR plus, that's not collab arc, gets 5 levels. So, well, I like this, even though the change isn't too much, it's hardly a change, but yeah, I'm still processing everything. Anyway, let's stop processing. I'm gonna start talking about the news. This is gonna take a while, and we will showcase Megius at some point. Megius, Meg. Well, I'm gonna call him Meg. We're gonna showcase Meg later and level him up later, but that'll take some time. I don't think we can get him to. We definitely can't get him to 6 enhanced yet. We're gonna get him to 5th enhanced today, and that'll be the best we can do and try him out. But I don't know much about him. I haven't really looked at him at all because I knew he was going to be good because he's the first 6 enhanced unit, and I'm talking too much. Let's have a look. Oh, I can't open the browser in... Okay. Okay, that's annoying. Okay, fine. I have to do this a different way then. Open it up in... Fine, this will be different. If I press... Which button is it? This? No. That one. Magic. let me just show you these. This isn't very professional, I know, but all of these skills, I'm not really gonna talk about every skill, but the notable ones, all of these SC are changed. So the notable ones I can think of, some of these shields, they're cheaper. These are pretty huge. The boost skills, these boost skills are now 7 SC. Actually, that's only 1 SC difference, so it doesn't matter. Attack ray skills are now 9 instead of 11, that's pretty huge. And the attack ray skills 2 are now 12. I like that. But for some reason, no actual attack ray skills are more expensive than normal ones. It's weird. Enhanced skills I rarely use. Elemental boost and drive are now cheaper. I'm happy with that. Dog eat dog is now 4 SC instead of 5. It's not a huge difference, you know, but it's going to give you room to fit in a few more skills, you know. And like, some of these skills down here is just a bit cheaper, and durability may now be useful because it's now 6 instead of 9. And some of these skill adjustments, the notable ones that I can think of, skill boosts, now they give a damage cap. So they give damage cap now, which is crazy because if you think about it, put on skill boost 3 on like Roy, he's going to get more damage cap and his SCT speed doesn't matter. But even then, you could use skill boost 1, 2 and 3 on any unit now, and it's going to give that skill on that unit more damage cap. The only negative effect you get from it is less SCT recovery speed, but if you're using ways to get SCT like Glass Record or Honey Elixir on the units, then it's good, it's amazing. And yeah, that's that. Let me press button. Have to pity Megius, that's unfortunate. He's a good unit though, but the thing is, I don't know what to say, Megius or Moana. Because when I said this in Moana stream, it's not line up properly, you idiot. I said Moana should be more valuable unit because she's a long-term unit, compared to Megius is mostly a damage dealer, but he can support. I don't know, they're both good. You can increase, this just occurred to me, you can increase Moana's skill damage when you have Megius in the team, because she's a single-wheeled light unit. But obviously it doesn't really matter too much, does it? Because she's mostly support. Her damage is kind of trash anyway. I want to see what... I'm going to read a few of these and just see if there's anything important that I can talk about. I mostly wanted to talk about the skill changes because that's pretty useful to know. Added story, yeah, I don't need to talk about that. Invite friends to get reward is an interesting one. So the invite friends thing you can get free crystals from, but if I have a look at that, I think it's only applicable to newer players, because I can't enter an ID. So I think a new player starting the game has to copy my ID and then put it in here, I think, and then I add them, and then we both get crystals for it. That would be amazing, because you could get some crystals. But obviously my friend list is full, but I can change that. I'm gonna get rid of some people that don't play. You're getting shamed on stream, how would you feel? You're not playing. It's your own fault, not mine. Bye. And you need to be active enough to stay on this list. I should have done this. That's fine. Yeah, there was a lot of errors. I guess the main one is this one, I think. Gachas and anniversary match. I haven't looked at the event stages yet. Yeah, the high difficulty stages and stuff. Let me look at this. Yeah, might as well show this now. Wrong button. Right button. Almost going to show everything on here quickly. Just if anyone's interested, because might as well. Just to double check this whole list. I have read this a few times already, but Megius, you are free gacha, special get a unit trading ticket. We've seen all of this stuff, but it's good to see everything that's in this anniversary. Login event, God Relic Prism shards on day 5 is good because you get 1 God Relic Prism. You get more tickets and crystals, so that's good. And yeah, stock ticket gacha, don't really need to say much about this. You get a new frame. I've got this already. Anniversary match, just the event. It's Cove event though. I like those ones. New sticker. Yeah, obviously Megius is going to get the most points. Training space. High difficulty stage is interesting actually. I tried this earlier. Haven't beaten it yet. I do want to beat it though. I will beat it. I just need to try properly. And there's other stuff I want to do. Because this is one of those event anniversaries that has so much content in. That I don't know how long this content is going to last. Because some people just finish all this content in like a week or so. So we'll see. Cal trials is the same. This the same. That's the same. Time trial rankings is going to be on April 20th. This will be interesting. Time trial. I don't care too much about time trials at the moment, really, because I don't need the rewards it's giving. Because I don't need the UR Stardust. I still go try for it anyway, because fun. It's just very stressful and it's painful sometimes, but I will try this. I don't know if I'm going to rank top 10 in this one, but I hope so. Training fields, if you need... This would be useful for building Megius, wouldn't it? And then the gachas, we've already looked at those. Don't need to mention this, but... Yeah, it's got the tickets and credentials and stuff there. Ultra Rainbow Christstone. That's for the units. Ticket gacha, yeah, it does have rate up for the unit and the arc in this gacha, so make sure to use that. Normal gachas here. Here's the interesting thing that I wanted to mention and look at is... These units here are now getting 6 enhance, and they now have 8 awoken, which increases stats and special power. In some cases, it can increase their damage cap. So for Heroic Lord Roland, I had a look on this unit, and for his awoken things, it does increase his special damage cap, I believe. But I think that's only on the final hit, so it doesn't really matter anyway. I think Roland and Balin's going to be an interesting one to look at, and I don't know much about Lilibet. She could be good, potentially, but these are all old units mostly. Roland is the newest one on this list, so I'm surprised he's here. It's kind of a weird amount of units. And then we got new materials. Weird looking snowflakes. That's what they are. And I can't even tell you what this looks like. Just a giant ball of energy. Splendor. Make sure to get... These are going to be very rare to get at the moment and quite valuable. So don't waste them, because it's kind of similar to when 5th Enhanced came out. We were very limited on how many of these we can get. So there's going to be people that want to get every unit to 6th Enhanced, but they can't because they don't have enough of these. So if you're deciding to get Roland to 6th Enhanced, for example, then make sure that you have one left over for Megius just in case you get him. And also make sure you have one of each, maybe, for future units. Because you could get a future unit, and every future unit from now on is going to require these 3 materials. And these are basically just upgraded books. They look weird, these are all just blobs to me, just different coloured blobs, but these are just weird looking crystals, just ultra clusters. Yeah, don't need to say much about these. I'll talk more about the Ultra Clusters in a little bit, because you can actually farm them right now. And Arc Level Cap we talked about. And SC is pretty important. Haven't mentioned this yet, but every unit can now get to plus 30. And a unit that gets to 6 enhanced now gets 10 more SC. So now the maximum is 130 SC. But that's good and bad, because the good thing is you can now get more SC on units that you have many dupes of, right? And you get more SC from 6 enhanced, which is amazing. But the bad thing is that you remember my Saintly Melee was 110 SC, and that was her fully built, but now she's not fully built because she needs another 10 SC. So it's not that important, but now the maximum amount of SC you can get is plus 30, which requires more dupes of a unit. So if you're a spender that wants to get 130 SC, it's going to be more expensive. So that's going to be a lot if you want to do that, but I don't recommend it at all. Don't need to. It's a waste. I'm going to be looking more into this a bit later. Probably once we get back into the game in a second. Yeah, training dungeon improvements, that's what I was mentioning a moment ago, is they now drop the new ability crystals, new items in the Nightmare and God stages, so that's good, and a new arc. This arc isn't really good, isn't that amazing, but I'll look at it in a second. Talked about that. And now these units are in the DOH banner forever, in the DOH banners, which is good. These are all good units, so I'm happy about that, and obviously Crimson Ore for those units. Arena formations have been changed and adjusted again. Now shield render is changed to look like this. I was using shield render in Arena, so now I have to change my team around. And I don't know if they've nerfed or buffed it, but it says decreased amount of defense and mind cut and decreased amount of all attribute resistance cut, so I believe they nerfed shield render, which is sad because I was using it all the time and so was some other people. And now they buff spell render to give more SCT. So maybe spell render will be more relevant now. Potentially. Maybe spell render is going to be the best one. I don't know. I'm still going to use spell render for the moment and just see what happens. And I'm going to adjust my team based on this. And basically it's conquer locations. That's the one for souls, I believe. That'll be interesting. Yeah, unit souls. That makes sense. Because for 6 awaken, 8th awaken, you need a lot of souls, like an insane amount of souls. So if you want to do that, you need more souls. So I'm glad they did this. Number of souls obtained up to 5 now, and there are 5 tiers. That's good. And all of this normal stuff. Anniversary packs. That's it. Okay, let's go back into the normal world of gaming. 2 from Pity. Well, the good news is you got him eventually, but the bad news is, you know the bad news. It's the same thing that happened to me with the last banner. That was the worst banner. You know, Moana, I got her literally the 10 pull before the Pity, and then I got the arc at 199 or 249 or whatever. That was the worst thing ever. It was horrible. It feels so bad because you can just do a few more singles to get that arc, but no, you just got it, so what's the point? Now you've got wasted Pity that you can't use on anything anymore. It sucks. But yeah, the game's a troll, but at least you got something. I don't know what else to say. It happened to me too, that's all I can say. So, let me have a look at a few units first. We're 2 hours into the stream. We still haven't covered Megius yet. We'll cover him soon, I just want to have a look at some stuff first. So, if I were to look at a permanent unit that I have a lot of dupes of, you're still plus 20, you're at plus 28. You see, now it's out of 30. Yeah, it's the worst. Especially, yeah, especially if you're not as much of a spender. Plus 28, plus 16. Is anyone plus 30? I want to know. You are. That's funny. You're plus 30. Yeah. Premium pass is pretty good. You're plus 20, you're plus 30. Good stuff. Plus 2, yeah, because you're limited. Plus 20. Plus 2. Plus 30. Okay. I'm gonna stop looking at that. Let's have a look at Roland. And we'll start looking at this guy in a second, because I definitely want to look at him. Yeah, well, at least he's a good unit to have. For sure. It's just Kyle's. Just Kyle. We could call him Kyle Jr. Even though his dad is... This is the... They're too similar. What are you at? Plus 30, way, that's great, I love it. This is a plus 30 Lukel. I didn't know I had that many dupes of this Lukel. That's, wow. That's fun. Oh, imagine when she gets 6 enhanced, that's gonna be interesting. I don't think it's really gonna be relevant because, you know, she's a plus 26. The time stop isn't in time trials, so plus 22. I've got more Sea Rover Medines than this one. How? I don't know. I keep getting distracted by things. What are you at? That's not enough. Obviously because you're DOH unit. I want to look at Roland. Here we go. Obviously I can't build him yet, but I just want to show you this. This is what it will look like. I need Splendors, which, how many stars is that? This is a joke. I can't count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Kind of excessive, don't you think? A bit too much. Too many stars. I think the stars are going to end up being off the screen, like over here. Just miles away off the screen, eventually. So this is what you need for Roland. I don't know what changes he gets. I want to know. This is what you need for Awakening. This is interesting because, let me see. Yeah, increases stats, like normal. You need 600 souls, which is so much. You need so many souls. And one of these lunar souls. The damage cap increases of his special for the slash attack, which is only 1 hit. So, if you awaken him, this goes from 30k to 40k. It's only a 10k difference, and it's only 1 hit, so it doesn't matter too much. But it's interesting, you know. And then we've also got... I wish this Baland's got 6 enhanced, but it was this one, so... Forage Splendor. I don't have you at... Well... Let me just see... Mystic Favored Sword. I think they did change... this skill, so won't... this Baland now get more damage cap than usual because of this skill change? Or did he always have this? I don't know. But I feel like it's a new changed skill. Unless I'm dumb, because I just don't remember seeing that skill ever. Okay. I think that's it for the moment. Have I done my dailies? Yes, I have. I guess let's look at Megius now. Kyle Jr. And put the arc on. This will be great. This is going to be good. The plan is to... I could use this. I could use that. I'm just gonna use a rainbow potion instead and save that. Or, yeah, I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna shoot rainbow potion. Mystic favored sword. Yeah, he probably always had that. I just feel like Mystic favored sword isn't on many units. And it just feels new to me because what if it's just a Balin's unique skill and they've only just added it to Megius current unit because it's hardly on any other units. Like, we have so many single wood sword units, but they don't have Mystic favored sword. So units like Mia doesn't have Mystic favored sword, you know, it's just favored sword. Yeah, that's why I don't really know much about that skill, and it's just a bit weird to me, because, yeah, I guess it makes sense. Maybe Mystic favored sword is what they add to original Balin, I don't know. Only him and Megius. Yeah, I guess it makes sense. Let's do... Yeah, there's no reason for 4th Enhanced Showcase anymore, just straight to 5th Enhanced. There we go. Let's get all the abilities that we can right now. I can't get this yet. Visionary Splendor. This will take a while. Now we need a... What would be above a Rainbow Potion? What is better than Rainbow? We've got Blue, Gold, Crimson, Rainbow. There needs to be another potion above Rainbow. That... A Diamond Potion? Maybe, something like that. Just Crystal Diamond Potion that can make a unit a level 110. Yeah, Platinum, something like that. They would definitely release that for sure. Eventually. But not yet. His ward is damage cap, I love it. I love damage cap. Brute Buster. I'm looking forward to trying him out, but I'm also still looking forward to just doing the events and stuff, just messing around. This is already 5th Enhanced stuff. Mystic Favored Sword. There's Favored Sword. Yeah, because I haven't used Baland in a while. So that's why I don't remember. I think it would be incredibly funny if original Baland, with his 6 enhanced buff, if he turned out to be stronger than shipped Baland. That would be very funny, but I don't think that's going to happen. It's definitely not going to happen, but I think it would be super funny if they did do that. Double hander. I'm totally going to be able to make him so strong, I can already feel it. I'm pretty sure I got quite a few skills I can teach him, and now this means that every unit you get can now get to 100 SC, if you get him to 6 enhance. That's pretty good. Pretty great. Anti-type breakthrough. Yep. I really want to see what 6 enhance is about. I want to do it, but I can't because I don't have the materials for that yet. Man. Yeah, well, I guess the reason why... I don't know why they didn't do original Roland and why they're doing Shift Roland right now. Doesn't make too much sense to me. They selected the weird units that are not... I understand why they did Kyle and units like that, but it's a bit strange. Who's going to be next? See, they've got a lot of work to do. It was their fault. They did this to them themselves. they now have all the work of making every unit to 6 enhance. I don't know how they managed to get every arc, apart from collab arcs, to level 15, because that just sounds like it would take a long time to make that and put that in a game, doesn't it? Just sounds like a lot of time investment from the company, which is good. It's great, because they actually care about the game, you know? Because there are a lot of companies that don't actually care. So, I like that. Yeah, we're getting there. Almost there. Trying to leave 5th Enhance till last, but yeah. I guess the plan is to try him out as 5th Enhance and just see how he does there. And that's going to be the best that we can do. Trait, 5th Enhance, okay. I think I understand. I think I'm getting it now. I think with 6 Enhance, I don't think their traits or anything change. I think all they get is those, whatever those extra damage cap boosts were, right? I think that's just what they get, if I'm understanding this correctly. Yeah, I'm wondering if any unit is going to have any trait changes or anything. I don't think so. I think only damage cap and those skills that I've seen that were on Megius. Yeah, in the shop, I just... when I spending paid crystals just for a material doesn't sound like a good idea to me. It just sounds like I would rather wait until I get one from an event for free, because they're gonna give out more of those. It just means I have to wait a bit longer, you know. I'm pretty sure it's 3,000 paid crystals. Don't think it's worth it for me. I could do it. There's probably a few people that will want to do that, but I don't know. I think that's everything. Yep. Okay. Let's look at equipment now. Yeah. So, okay, so they get 12 more things at 6 enhance. That makes sense. So 3, 6, 9, 12. 4th anniversary event. Right. I haven't really looked at that properly yet. I want to farm that. For sure, that would be useful. I would expect... Hang on. I think there's some in the missions. Pretty sure there are. I remember seeing some in these missions when I checked earlier. Yeah, there's a bunch of these materials, and yeah, if you go further down, yeah, this Splendor, this is for Megius, so I need that's too many points. Why is that so many points? Why is that so many points? Oh, that's a lot of points. I need to farm this right now. 100 souls, another one of these Splendor of the Worlds. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Let me just go over here. The difference from 5th enhance to 6th enhance, I believe, are just these skills over here. So you get these transcend skills from 6th enhance, which is more damage cap, more damage cap, more damage cap, and more damage cap, and then guess what? More damage cap, and then less physical damage taken. I like it. It's nice. Yeah, trading space from the event. I get it. I just haven't really properly looked at that yet. This one, yeah. I think I did see that earlier. Definitely want to get that. That means technically I could buy that soon and get Roland to 6 enhance right now, but why? Think about it. We have We actually have a lot of single-wield light units. So why did they pick Roland out of all the units? Because we got Megius, Shift Roland, Mia, Adele. That's 4 light single-wield DPS units. There's too many. Why would you pick Shift Roland to be one that you get to 6 enhance? Because we got other single-wield DPS units. I guess you could use Roland as more of a support, healer, tank. That could be good for a 6 enhance. Let's just get back to Megius. I talked too much about this stuff. There's a lot of stuff. Equipment. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Roland came out a year ago. Yeah, he was 3rd anniversary, I'm pretty sure. Has to be, yeah. It makes sense in a way, but just not really. Okay. So, for equipment, obviously you need a sword, and ideally you want a light sword. So if we just look at those options quickly. Obviously his paid sword is going to be the best one to use, but if you don't have that because it's a bit expensive, then Sylvia's Blade is a good option. This one is a good Godforged one, I believe, which you could use. That one's good. Where did we get this from? I think it was from a UR ark. The, Mia's UR, I think. That one could be good. And it's not really any more light swords, but obviously, since he equipped a sword, it doesn't really matter because we've got a lot of them. Like, I always say Muramasa every single time in the stream, I know. When it's a sword unit, I say the same swords, but I have to. Just to make sure everyone knows. Something different though is armors. I don't know, because if you have a look, he doesn't have any boost for clothes or armor, I believe, so he doesn't require clothes or armor. I think clothes boost give physical damage boost, so I would put on clothes. Maybe that. Potentially. I still wish that there was some clothes that gave some physical damage. I really want some. This doesn't count. I'm talking about like a solid amount, like 15% physical damage or something for some clothes that I can now use on single wield units, because I need more. I need more. We don't have enough. Skill damage 8%. I mean, it's not really there. It's not really. Yeah, fine. I'm just gonna go with this one because why not? It's okay. Just for the moment. It's not the best option. You could put on an armor too. Like this one is good. It's pretty good, but just for now, I'm gonna keep that one. That one's good too. But if you want those clothes boosts for the physical damage, then you would rather have some clothes. Or if you want armor and take less damage, then maybe that, but haven't really decided yet. That's just for the moment. Accessories. Accessories kind of easy. We have a lot of good accessories for sword units and light units, so don't really need to worry. We have the best accessories for this guy, which Equilibrium Sphere, probably the same ones I have on Mia, I would guess. Equilibrium Sphere, and this one's good. That's pretty good. And obviously, where is the stuff? I've gone past everything already. This is a decent one to use. I think I got it from the story. You could use that if you want. But I only use that in like arena and places like that. This one is what I was thinking of. This one's good. I think that's on Mia too. Yeah, just those two. Because nullify debuffs and more physical attack damage. These are from UR arks, I believe, but obviously there's other options like this one, movement speed and skill damage. This one's kind of perfect. It's an old accessory, but it's still good. I'm just going to go with this one for now. This should be good setup for the moment. What is his stats looking like? Not terrible, not the best either. Let's awaken a few times, because why not? I wonder if his special... I don't think it does, because it didn't in his... Yeah, it won't. When you awaken to 8th awaken, I don't think the debuff changes, I think it stays the same. I need more of his souls right now. How old is he? 42. Really? I thought he'll be older than that, really. I guess... I don't know. Okay. Let's try him out, I guess. We're sticking with this build. Everything looks okay. Obviously that's a problem that I might need to consider thinking about, actually. Let me look at that. Illness. What can help me with that? I mean, not really. There isn't really any good ones. What about here? Any illness accessories? Kind of. Obviously you've got these which are easy option, but if you want more damage, I've been liking this one quite a lot recently. This one's pretty good. I don't think there's anything else, is there? Not really for damage. I was hoping. Okay, well, let's start this. Let's level up the arc now. I almost forgot about that. I have a problem. I can't level up this arc fully because I've used some of my red souls on a different arc. Oh. What about... Can we get something to level it up or what? Items. Oh yeah. The Visionary Splendor for paid crystals. A lot of souls. You could do these. I've talked about this already. I don't need to talk about it again, but... Isn't there... Yeah, there is. I think the Soul Crystal arc to level 10. I would do that if I was crazy. But I'm not. So I'm not going to. I'm just going to level it up as much as I can, which isn't going to be a lot. Yeah. Oh, there's a lot of XP when you level up these arcs now. Should I get the Arckeep reward? You know what? I will. I think it's good. I'm gonna get that now. There you go. I definitely think it's worth having. Is a good accessory. Has some good XP. Favourite that. When will I use it? I think I'll probably use it when I know for sure I'm gonna hit an attribute weakness or Slayer. So obviously if I'm using Trisha, I probably won't use that accessory. Huh. Okay. Well, the trait isn't that good so far. But obviously I'm still leveling up. I want to know what the trait looks like at level 10. I think for sure the 3 Emperor's arc is going to be best in slot for Megius. For sure. For damage and damage cap. I know that Eljavana, Arch being Eljavana, could give more damage cap. It's just this one gives damage dealt. Which Eljavana doesn't have, really. It's got strength, but it doesn't really add much damage, really. So, I like this. I guess we can only get to level 7 right now, which... I feel bad when I can't level him up properly, but let's turn that up. Let's try him out now. Let's see what he does. Actually, I kind of want to learn Honey Elixir right now. So, let's do that real quick. Level 11. Oh, this is a massive update. I like this. Let's get rid of you. Put in Megius. I'm gonna just teach Honey Elixir so we can make the showcase a lot easier. Where is it? It's down here, right down the bottom somewhere. I always forget which one it is. This one. There you go. And then I can just randomly put on an arc. Because I'm just trying to teach as many skills as possible on every unit. Because if you teach more skills, it makes it easier to build the units in case they get a shift or a buff in the future. And you also get, there are missions for that as well, so when you learn more skills to units, you can get crystals from the missions. Definitely worth thinking about. I would like to get every skill learned on every unit, but I know that's not going to happen anytime soon. It's more of a long-term goal for me. Let's just... yeah. Now that should be enough, and then we can test him properly. Only difference is, can't test him at 6 enhance. I think the only different is going to be the damage cap, obviously. Honey Elixir, there we go. Perfect. Now let's try him out in the normal stage that we do. Haven't started the story yet, I'm not going to do that. How will this go? Who knows? I'm interested to know. So base skills with Honey Elixir. How much damage is he going to do? He doesn't have Slayer active in this stage because he doesn't have Human Slayer, so I don't think he's not going to do that much by himself without Slayers. What is his skill stocks like? 522, that's okay. You might as well use Charisma and the Anima. Good stuff. He still looks like Kyle to me. Should we use this? Yeah, might as well use that. What's the animation like? I don't expect it to be that exciting. Okay, makes sense. Okay, let's try out skills. Normal attack is 4 hits. That could be okay. 10 hits. Kyle Tana. Kyle Tana. I think Kyle Tina's a girl's name. I just came up with that. Kyle Tana. I don't know. Too much names. I think Meg is a good nickname for Megius. You know, he's doing okay damage. 80k on crits. Damn. Okay, everything's dying. We like to see it. Oh. I like the slashing sounds. Kyle. This is weird. Let me do that again. I'm gonna try again. Let me do that again. We're gonna start doing more testing. Obviously we can't really do a full build, but we will test out his damage caps and stuff. It just won't be the maximum potential that I can get, because that's going to take a while to do. Let's try this again. Honey Elixir. This time I'm just going to use Honey Elixir and Charisma and see how it goes. How fast are his skills? Skill 2 is 14 hits. I think he's going to need some skill stocks for sure. And some ways to get SCT, definitely. Skill 3 is 20 hits is pretty good. I like 20 hits. 20 hits is good. Oh, I think a skill 3 is definitely going to be a very good one to use. Skill 1 is not the fastest, but it's 10 hits, so it's decent. He's dying already. Who's skill 2? I don't know what to think yet, but obviously he's good so far, and he's just base skills, not even 6 enhanced. Yeah, I definitely won't be doing a lot of showcasing today. I know Tweak streams are mostly focused on building the unit and showcasing the unit, but mine are more focused on any type of content that the update adds, and obviously talking about the unit and stuff like that, and more recommended things, you know. More for casual players, I guess. Let's try to test him out with a full light team, because this might be interesting. I'm gonna go to my testing team. Here we go, and the plan is to probably just use a bunch of support units that have light skills, use his charisma, and get a bunch of damage cap from it. I believe. Should be good. Let me just see, so these, since she's a light unit, I believe these should count as light skills. Yeah, definitely, because her light, skill 1 is a light combo attack, so that will count. And then you, light combo attack, that works too. Anyone else that could work? Let me just think. Any light unit that will help? I don't think so. And then I guess we'll add another Sarah, just cause why not? And we'll see. Unless I don't have a Sarah. I don't. Okay, fine. That's just fine. We'll just go for light. Okay, fine. Spirit Rain and Thuria should work too. Light combo attack. Yeah, see, look. Here is the thing. So, here's the test I'm doing right now. His trait 1 right is when another ally has light skills, it adds the effects to this charisma. At the moment I have these 3 are all support skills, support units, so they're not physical DPS units, they're all support units. And since they have at least 1 light skill, it's going to count towards the charisma, so I'm going to try this out. I guess with Prefects of God. Yeah, why not? And I guess I don't need the 3rd one, do I? I only need 2 in the team. Yeah, so I don't need Thuria. I can just put on someone else like Tinkily. Maybe, potentially. I don't know who I have on my support list right now. My friend list for that kind of supportive. I don't think I really have anyone for that, do I? I don't think so. I guess we'll do it without then. We'll just do it like this. Yes. We'll see what the numbers look like now. This will be interesting to see. This isn't the maximum damage showcase, but mostly to test the charisma. I guess that. I don't really need to use any more specials, do I now? I should have charisma up right now, because I used it. Yep, and then we're going to use, I think, just Theopolis, and that's it. So, I'll target the boss. That's a bit too much damage. What are you doing? I'll target the boss. And we'll use a skill 3. Okay. You see? I don't know what to say. We're reaching crazy numbers in this game now, as you can see. 114k or something. This was just with him alone, with supportive units, I know, but the supportive units was... The only units that gave damage cap was Serra, and that was it. So, it could be more than that, for sure, if I added someone else. Like, let me do that now. If I add in just someone with a melee for the buff, give it to Megius, this will be enough. This is too much damage, and remember, this isn't even his maximum damage cap because he gets a lot more damage cap as his 6 enhance. Why does this exist in this game? It's fun. It's funny seeing numbers like this, but really? Yeah, and Moana did a bit too much damage. Which is funny. You are gonna use a box on you, and you are gonna do a charisma. Never mind, I forgot what I was doing. There we go. Okay, now, do I need Theopolis? You know what? No. Go. I expected... Oh wait. Fine, we'll use it. They're gonna die now. Yeah, they're dead. I kinda didn't... That didn't work. Anyways... It's hard to test because everything dies too easily. Well... Oh yeah, this is with his page sword as well, I've got to remember that. He hit 100k, he can hit 100k, it's funny. Kind of like Adele. Yeah, well, no content. Yeah, hardly any, but what the content they're giving us is farming and giving us more power. That's the content. The content is building the units. That's what they gave us in this update, was just more 6 enhance, more materials to farm, arks to level up to level 15, you know, it's just a bunch of farming. So it's technically content. That's their argument. That's what they're gonna say. There is this stage that I haven't done yet. This one. I can beat this. Let me just try it once. I don't really have the right... I don't think I can beat this yet with this current team, but... It could, maybe, potentially work. But I don't know. I'm gonna try it out. I wanted to try this team because why not? I'll show you, I just want to show this team, this stage. Yeah. I mean, I personally enjoy the events that we get. and stuff like that, but I know it isn't much. It's something. I'm just gonna see how far I can get with this. I'm not gonna win. I'm not gonna beat it, but I just want to see what happens. I probably won't. If I get lucky, then maybe. This is my plan at the moment, just to try and break the boss and keep using black hole and healing, and I'm gonna die. I know it's kind of hard. I don't even have the relevant slayers. I don't have undead slayer. I should. Now you're in break. That's perfect. I'm just gonna spam skills. She does good damage. I have Moonlit Murder because there's a very small chance to instantly break the boss, and I hope it happens. It's probably not going to happen. So that's my fingers doing all of this clicking. Yeah, I'm not going to win. I know for sure. Doing okay though, like halfway-ish. My hand, too much clicking. I'm used to playing on phone, not this. You should do this. Oh, you're a pain. If you see Starverse, you're screwed. Okay? Just remember that. As soon as you see the word Starverse and you see the animation for Starverse, you're screwed. Yep, there you go. There's a Starverse. We're screwed. We're dead. We're game over. We're done. We don't want to use this. I've tried this a few times by myself, but I haven't properly went in and built a full team. I just wanted to see what this team did. It's okay. It's an okay team. Could maybe work if I got lucky, but obviously I'm dead now. Watch this. Look how fast I die. It's funny, but it's annoying. It's stupid. It doesn't work, clearly. I think what would work if I use this team, the same team, but I have more revives on. Because if I can use your arc skills and stuff like that, this team will work fine, I believe, because I think I have the right idea. Using her and doing a lot of break. Maybe I should put on breaker and stuff like that. Actually, I'm relying on this arc to physical attacks have a low probability of immediately breaking bosses. I'm hoping I get lucky from that, which I didn't that time, not even once, but could do a lot of damage with that. I just need to add revives to these units, especially Thoria, and then I could probably do that, but I'm not going to focus on that right now. Is there anything else? Let's look at the event. Oh yeah, bonus challenge. We could do this right now. Might as well. Who's the strongest Carl you've ever seen? 130 SC Kyle. We're level 15 arc. Funny. I'm fine with this team, because he's Zaix for the chance for items, but I'm gonna put on Megius, put on Mr. Meg. And we'll just do this sometimes, and I guess we'll finish up soon because I think I've covered everything. This was a longer stream than usual by a bit. 40k cap. That's a joke. Yeah, that's one thing I haven't done. I haven't tried his special yet. I should do that in a second. Event Kyle. Well, I haven't really looked at Kyle at all. Oh yeah, that's interesting. I could, yeah, Kyle. He's still bad, but I want to try it. I'm gonna try it now. I didn't see what I dropped, what the items I got from that. I should have. I don't think I really got anything. There's a very small chance to get a rainbow potion. Yeah, we didn't really get anything from that anyways. I will use it. Okay. It's a joke, but... Oh, really? A game? Oh... Okay. Fine. I see how it is. Okay. I'm gonna use it now. I don't know what happened. Kyle Showcase, let's go. Go. Best unit. Kill stuff. How is he doing damage? Confusing. The hell? This game is the most overpowered unit. Obviously they've got shields or something, I don't know. There's just... Which one's the real Kyle? You never know. They're both the same. They look the same. Rainbow potion. Give me one. No. I'm getting these bonus quests. I should do those. One more. I want to showcase. I want to have a look at Megius special damage. I haven't actually tried it. You know what? I could just use this one. I think... Yeah. He's definitely impressive. Because he's got insane damage. Like, it's even reaching Adele damage caps. And his skills are decently fast, have decent hit counts. Skill 2 with a debuff. And some more debuffs. And can buff everyone in the team with light skills. And... regularly give damage dealt buff to all allies, and nullified defense piercing and actual ignore effects. It's can't be interrupted. He's got, it feels like he's got a bit of everything in his kit, and it just sounds quite amazing to me. He's like a combination of a lot of units. It's pretty good. Obviously I don't have him fully built, but we're gonna try this support one that they give us. It's still one enemy, so might not do much, but let's see. Haven't used a special yet. It should do a lot, but maybe not against these enemies in particular. Because the boss, yeah, you don't use it against the boss. I don't think Beast Hunter does anything here. I don't know who I should target. I'm just gonna target you. Not bad. 100k? What are you smoking? That's too much. My game can't handle so many numbers on the screen at the same time. 100k? This isn't even with any supports, is it? Well, obviously that's one other light, well maybe two. Okay, that makes sense. That was mostly his charisma doing work up there, I think. Okay. Huh. I don't think really anything else. There's a lot of stuff you can get from this. Yeah, it's a pretty good stage to farm, but you can only do it 3 times a day. If you're lucky, get a rainbow potion. I'll do those in a bit. I don't think there's really anything else for me to talk about, because I feel like I've talked about everything. This stage you just click on that and you get some crystals, that's good. I don't think I need to do anything else. Well, obviously I do, but for the stream, I think I've done everything. I've got a lot of farming to do. I haven't tried him in Arena. I can't really. Because I need to get him built fully, so it will take a while. And I need to farm Arena today, so I can stay in top 50, so I need to do that today. So I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff in this game today. Getting the 3 wins. I like to see this. Yeah, I'm going to do some Arena today. And farm the event and do a lot of stuff, because it's going to be quite fun. At least for the next, I don't know, however long. Anniversary's great. I guess I should just finish it off now. What do I think? Well, I don't know what Megius rating is going to be yet, but don't worry about tier list too much. I think, for sure, he's definitely going to be probably the best DPS, but that's not that hard, because DPS units get power crept all the time. But he does have some supportive skills, like his charisma can be incredibly strong with supporting light DPS units, so that's great. And a full light team now could be amazing, so that's something to think about. And he can survive some hits, I believe. I don't think he's going to be a full tank, definitely not, but potentially he could survive some good damage, because nullify defense piercing effects and nullify attribute ignore / cut effects. That is what Granados has, I believe, on his trait too as well. So he could be a decent tank unit if built like that, but I don't know if that's a good idea at all. Maybe not. And if you're building him as a tank, you need illness to be at least nil, or resist at least. Ideally at nil, because then if he's at weak, he's probably going to get inflicted with illness quite easily, which means he can't heal. And when tank can't heal, they just die if they can't heal, you know, so that's quite important if you want him to be a tank. But I think it's going to be hybrid, support, debuffer, tank, you know, DPS. It does a lot of stuff. And the arc, I think the arc's good. We got lucky with that today, which I'm happy about. Super happy with that. I like that. That was a great one. But don't chase for this specifically, because this is mostly going to benefit Megius the most. and not really that many other units. Obviously this trait will be good for other units that are single-wheeled light units, but we have other options, so you don't need this. Even if you want it for Megius, you could put on Archbeing Eldravana, and that will give more damage cap by a little bit. So it's not necessary for anything, and I don't think it's going to be something that anyone needs or should chase for. But if you get it, then that's great. You could try to do a few pulls, at least use all your tickets. If you get Megius early, you could do a few pulls if you want, but if you're semi-free to play or don't spend much, then I don't really recommend a chase URs ever because it's not worth doing. But what you could do is you could do the step gacha, because the new UR is in the step 3. But if you don't have many URs to begin with and you're missing more important arcs, then I would recommend not to choose 3 Emperors and choose a better arc. Like, if you don't have Theopolis and Great War of Ruin, then those two, you could get those two. If you do step 2 and 3, you can guarantee to get those two, and those would be more beneficial for your account overall. So that's just kind of something to think about, is there are definitely better options to choose. But if you're missing 3 Emperors only, like me, then it's expensive to do step 3. If you're missing a couple, like 2 or 3, maybe you can do step 3. It's up to you, it's just a bit much, if I'm honest. And if you plan to do step 3, then don't use the step 2 ticket straight away, because if you're lucky, you could get a UR arc from step 3 in the pools itself. Or something stupid could happen and you could get the 3 Emperors arc from the step 3 pools. That would be funny, but also annoying at the same time. So just be very careful with spending crystals, because it's always important to keep an eye on that. And Moana is still up. She is a support unit and we rarely get those, so this is a hard one. This is very difficult because Megius is a new 6 enhanced unit. He's new. People want him. People want the arc because they're new. And this is new stuff. This will be fun. It will be more fun to have a 6 enhanced unit than a 5th enhanced unit, I know. But Moana's going to be... They are both long-term units, I know. Moana's going to be a support unit that you can use in more places. So, like, you will have another support available for, like, Arena and Guild vs Guild. So... Equipment, well, I can't really say much about what paid equipment to exchange for because there's too many. So I haven't really properly looked at that because that would take too long for me to go through every single paid equipment and decide. So I can't really say that, but obviously there are a select few that are better ones. And just look at the units that you have currently that you are using and then check that trading space. And just kind of see good equipments. I would assume you should probably use logic to see which one's better, but I know sometimes it's difficult because some seem good. Like, you could have 2 paid equipments, the sword and the accessory, for example, that are both strong and you don't know which one to go for, but it's difficult because there are so many, so I can't really recommend one because it would take ages to go through every single equipment. So it depends on the unit you use and the equipment available in there. So that will take a while to really decide that, because I haven't decided yet. I haven't looked at it yet properly, because that will take time. Make sure to get the tickets and use them in here first. That's the first thing you should do, because you could get lucky and get anything from this, because Megius and the Ark has rate up on this banner. There are still some tickets I haven't gotten from the event, which I should have gotten first. If you care about getting everything first and not wasting crystals, then I would recommend to get every single ticket possible that you can get before doing any crystal summons, because you could get a dupe from the tickets later on, which would suck. So think about that. And I don't think there's anything else I need to mention. We're just reaching 3 hours of the stream, which is interesting because it's quite long for me. I think that's it. I think somehow we managed to cover everything in this update, surprisingly, apart from obviously some things like 6 enhanced units with actually building the 6 enhance and new story and stuff, but a lot of this stuff is going to be a lot of farming and taking time to get this, so I can't do any of that stuff yet. But I think that's it for me. Enjoy this anniversary because it's going to last a while. I believe, yeah, this event lasts 2 weeks, so I think the next unit should be in 2 weeks from now, on the 27th, in 2 weeks. So next stream will be then, and by then I would definitely have built up this unit, Megius, a lot more, and we'll see how it goes from there, but I think that's it from me. I like this update. I know I probably get too excited about this update, probably because there's a lot of stuff to go over, and it's just a massive update compared to usual. Like other anniversaries, we haven't had a massive update like this with new enhancers and new farming and stuff for ages, so it's quite cool, you know. Some people may not like it because they don't have everything already, so it's going to take them even longer to build up their account, but for someone like me, it's a good thing. So I think I'll leave it there. Don't want to waste anyone's time just for talking randomly. I'm going to add the timestamps to the stream in a bit. I'm going to have a break, and then in a few hours I will add the timestamps so you can check the stream if you want. Anyone can watch this as a video later on and have fun with that, and have fun with this anniversary, and good luck with any of your summons, especially those 60 tickets that we get from login. You could get incredibly lucky and get a lot of good units from there, like Sarah, Linus, Granadas, Adele. Those units in there could get incredibly lucky, or you could get incredibly unlucky and get nothing, but it's random, it's a game, have fun with it, try to. So, oh, I've done too much talking today, haven't I? I feel like it. I'll see you in the next one. I'm gonna get busy with this event, doing a lot of farming stuff. So, see you in 2 weeks.